You know, people, this Burns, Oregon deal is actually going to be a defining moment in history. Now, I don't know what's going on, and you don't know what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on except the people who are deepest involved with this charade. I call it a charade because if you look, as I've mentioned in my previous videos, every one of these main characters who are involved with this entire situation have been introduced to the people through the mass media over the last year or so. That being said, we all know about the FEMA camps and everything going on. And they've mentioned, I'm just throwing these ideas out there because y'all need to be thinking for yourselves. But we know that FEMA camps are out there. These Joes that have holed up in Burns, Oregon have mentioned that they're going to be ready to stay there for some years, if need be. And you know that AI program, Jade Helm, has been activated. They've distributed their military might throughout the United States. It wasn't just some practice dry run people. They didn't demob. They mobbed out there. And now they've started this situation. They're filling out the American people to see if we have balls. People, I suggest y'all support the thought and the idea behind what these people have done in Burns, Oregon. But I don't suggest you do anything rash. Think this through. Use your logic and reason. And get to the bottom of it. Because I think at the bottom of it you'll find shit. Anyway, so these people they got their AI out there. Jade Helm. They put the word out there for all patriotic Americans to come in this direction. So they've been studying all the people. They know the people's emotions and minds through this Jade Helm. And so they start seeing this drive of people through your cash exchanges, buying gas or whatever, heading towards Burns, Oregon. And just have these law enforcement officers say, hey, we think this guy's a terrorist, whatever, yada yada. Pick this guy up, boom, he disappeared. Because he's going to Burns, Oregon to fight the cause. In Burns, Oregon, they said they're going to be gone they're ready to stay for 3 years. So this guy that came up missing, he went to Burns, Oregon. Now they've cut the power off. You can't communicate with people in Burns. He's disappeared. Family can't find him. Power's cut off. They all think he's in fucking Oregon. I don't know. It's just a crazy thought. Sorry. But you gotta look at everything from every avenue and every direction. You can't just jump in with both hands and both feet or you're gonna lose your head. Now, I don't know why anybody would believe in anybody or anything other than themselves, to tell you the truth. Because I don't believe men are nothing but a bunch of lying people. It's natural to lie. You already lied 3 or 4 times before you pushed play on this video. That's not here nor there. People, it's time to wake up. Do not just march right in there and support these men. I say support them. Yes, in their ideology, but not them. And don't go there. Support them from a distance. You know what? Y'all say, well, oh my God, they're going to run out of food and they're going to turn the power off. And you know what? They're in the middle of fucking Oregon. What, a forest, a national refuge. They got their fucking guns, people. They're not going to go hungry. I'm sure they're in a Forest Service establishment. There's axes and generators. Don't worry. Don't send them nothing. Let them they want to start this shit, let them start it. Let them have their little fucking charade right there. Let them have it. See how they play it out when nobody's participating. For real. Support the idea from a distance. But don't support that movement. That movement's going to get you killed, I believe. Some way, shape, or form. Or it's going to get your name out there and you're going to be brighter. The spotlight's going to be brighter on you. The idea does need support. But not that movement. Just think about that, people. Think about it real hard. What do you believe in? What do you believe in? Do you believe in the government? Do you believe in a God? Try believing in yourself. Believe in yourself, and you'll find happiness. You'll find joy when you learn to believe in yourself. Now, eventually, something's going to happen down here in Burnt, Oregon anyway. We all know that. It's that the media is going to portray and turn this into a fictional movie, say, for the masses that are going to see. They're going to make some kind of event here. So people, just be aware of everything and study everything. Do your own research. You know what? A lot of this stuff that I say, when I say something, I'm not like most people. All these guys, they say, well, here's the link. Here, you go check it out. Here's the link. No, if I say something, it's because I ran across something and I got hard facts about it. Say like the Clintons and their murder trail and their cocaine ring, you know. Oh, and I have all sorts of dumb stuff like that that's in the back of my head that I've ran across that I don't even hardly talk about. But if I say something, I'm not going to give you a link so that you can just go there and say, yep, there it is, he's right. No, if you're questioning me, I want you to go do your own research and then come back and point out where I was wrong. You'll have a hard time doing that because I usually have very hardcore factual evidence on anything I do state when I'm saying I'm stating a fact. And in my opinion, I have a right to my own opinion just as you do. So if I'm opinionated, I don't give a fuck what you think about my opinion, and I don't care about your opinion. I will hear your opinion and listen to it logically, and if it's a good opinion, then yeah, I will give a fuck about it, and I will give 2 cents about it. But you better have a lot of reason and common sense in order to get me to have any belief in an opinion, because I don't just believe in any opinion. Anyway, see, now I don't know where I was going. I kind of lost track, but it started out with that Burns, Oregon, people. You have to really do the research yourself. Trust yourself. Believe in yourself. You've got nobody else when the reality comes down to truth. Look around you. Are any of them people really within you? No, they're not. They're only within your heart. But they're not in you. You have only yourself to actually depend on. Now, man's not made to live alone. We wouldn't make it alone. Don't think you would. You'd go crazy. And if you didn't go crazy, you would give up the desire to live because there's nothing really going on, nothing to do. There's no way to communicate. You would lose your will to exist. A lonely existence would be a totally mad, insane existence. When you think about it, there would be nothing to think about at all. So, all thought would stop. And we're all thought. So we would stop. Oh, fuck. I don't know. That's all crazy talk. But when it all comes down to the reality of it, this here shit that your government says is bad, the great creator of the universe, he grew it for me. A lot of you demonize pot, marijuana, but the hardcore fact is that stuff right there, that marijuana, all of the medicinal values and consumer values that it's worth far exceed the oil. And they know it. And I'm not going to get into it all, folks. You have to do your own research. And like I said, I'm not going to tell you where I get my shit, but marijuana is more valuable than oil. Oil we can almost do without. But they don't want you to know that. They want you to believe that your cars have to have gas to run. No, they don't. They have devices now that you can start a generator. And this generator that you start freewheeling, just start it up, and it will produce more energy than it takes to keep that thing spinning. These are all just these little developments they don't want the population to understand. Fossil fuel. Oil is not limited, people. Oil is as abundant in the ground as H2O in the ocean. It's a big fucking hoax to keep you guys thinking that there's a limited supply. Anyway, I'm just here babbling on about all sorts of different things and probably getting bored with me by now because I ain't going in any direction, but I will say that you all need to stand up for your rights. You need to remember that your rights are the same as my rights, and that is that our rights are only limited by those rights of every other human being out there. And that don't mean government. Government is not a human being, people. We created government. We didn't. Our forefathers did. And anyway, I can do without it. I'm more of a free thinker myself, and I'm dependent upon myself, and I provide for myself, and I do my share to share in the community by spreading my debt notes and my services on whatever it might be. Stupid little stuff. I mean, it don't matter. You're not there creating a nuisance. We don't need this shit, people. I don't know. I'm just babbling on. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Anyway, see you later.